vocab test of the year. Our main verb is lavarse, the verb to wash oneself. So if you look on the left-hand side, there's the past tense. So like you've seen already with the present tense, you just take off the ending and put on one that normally goes with that tense. And then don't forget the me, te, se, nos, os, se. And you see that's common throughout all the tenses. So either I washed myself yesterday, I washed myself now, or I am washing myself. So what we're going to do in class is we're going to be able to have 3 different people each take a column and be an expert on it. And that way, when you take a group test together with 3 people, they'll be able to pool their resources. So if you're able to take the test with a friend at home or also use one of the people here live in class, feel free to do so. We want to get you guys used to taking this higher level sort of test, and so that's why we're doing it this way, just to get you more accustomed to the concept. All right, now if you're very new to the upper level Spanish, well, in the middle, there's now a brand new column. So rather than just the straight old Spanish and then the English, we now have using Spanish to define Spanish. So let's go ahead and go to the first page, and we're going to go ahead and type some stuff in. So I'm not going to do that because I'm a bad typer, and it'll take me forever. But what I'm going to do is refer to back and forth, above and beyond, so you see. All right, so the first one says, to translate my definition from the list above for each word below. You don't have to copy the definition from the first page, right? Like here. All you have to do is just translate it. So vestirse. Vestirse's definition that I came up with was ponerse la ropa. So what is ponerse la ropa? Well, that would be to put clothing on yourself. So we learned in Spanish too, quitar and poner, to set the table or put stuff on the table, and also to clear or remove stuff from the table. So we're going to use those 2 verbs for also dealing with clothing. So for number 1, go ahead and write in, put clothing on yourself. All right, the next one, despertador. It says that this is a clock that wakes people. That's basically it. So it's really called the waker, el despertador. You can also say reloj de alarma, but el despertador is sufficient too. So a clock that wakes people. So now you're not only using vocab that we've had before, but we're also using the new vocab to help define other new vocab. That gives you more touches on your brain and helps to sink the vocab into your cerebral cortex, the deeper part of your brain, rather than surface knowledge. All right, despertarse. If we're going to go down here for number 3, if I look up above here, it says lo opuesto de dormirse. Dormir is to sleep. So dormirse is to fall asleep. So despertarse, number 3, is the opposite of to fall asleep. Número 4, levantarse. Haha. 2 different ways to define this. Just pick one. It's the opposite of going to bed, right? Is getting up in the morning. Some people think it's waking up, but no. I can wake up and I can just stay in bed and not do a thing. But usually you go to bed and then you get out of your bed. So that's why I chose those as opposites. The other one it said was quitarse de la cama. Oh, you're going to remove yourself from your bed. Okay, good stuff. All right, acostarse. This one says lo opuesto de levantarse. Oh, we just had that definition above. I just switched the 2, right? So it's the opposite of getting up. Or here I define it as putting yourself in bed. Ponerse en la cama. So for number 5, down here in the second page, go ahead and type or write that in. Número 6. Usarse jabón y agua. Looks like you're using soap and water on yourself. I think that's a pretty good definition for how people wash up, isn't it? So, usarse jabón y agua, using soap and water. All right, cepillarse el cepillo and peinarse. The next 2, they're pretty easy as well. All I did was take a noun from the verb form and supply it with the hair. So cepillarse el pelo is basically using a brush on your hair. And if you're combing your hair, then you're just using a comb on your hair. And so usarse un peine en el pelo and usarse un cepillo en el pelo. Basically just comes right from the verbs. But that helps you get to see the nouns, right? Un cepillo is a brush. Could even be a toothbrush. Right? All right, ducharse. If you're down that far already, hopefully you are. Number 9, ducharse says to take a bath, bañarse. And de pie, some people were falsely translating as, oh, to bathe your feet? No. De pie means on your feet. So you're going to bathe yourself standing up. Yep, basically you're giving yourself a bath on your feet. Yep, that's the best translation. Bañarse de pie. This one we had last year in Spanish too, if you're a brand new upper level Spanish person. So tener plus que plus ver means you have to do something, right? Oh man, you got to go. Tienes que ir. You have to brush your teeth. Tienes que cepillarte los dientes. I can also say, hay que ir. Man, you got to go. Or hay que cepillarte los dientes. Our last two. Sin. Oh, I mixed them up down there. But I don't know. Sin is lo opuesto de con. Right? The opposite of with. Well, that's without. So there's the sin, which is number 11. And then our last one, which I've scrambled up from the next page, is quitarse el agua. So you're removing water from yourself, which makes sense. So if you get all wet from a shower or a bath, then you're going to have to take that water off of yourself. So quitarse el agua, and then in parentheses I put del cuerpo. Remove water from your body. Alrighty. Then the last part here, from 1 through 6, I could have come up with Spanish definitions for all those words too, things that you would have gotten. But I don't want to kill you with a whole bunch of Spanish on your very first vocab test. So instead, just know the English to the Spanish translation for every verb and word. And then just for these special ones in the white, that's the ones where you should kind of know the definition that goes. It'll be matching or multiple guess on the test. But hopefully you know that vestirse is putting on your clothing, right? And then if you wanted to say desvestirse, that'd be quitarse la ropa. All right, so that last one was secarse. Oh, did not. So last ones down here were no es diferente. So it's not different. Oh, well, it must be the same. So then we're going to write in the vocab word lo mismo. And then the opposite of before you have to do something, before blanking. Well, then just write in here for number 2, después de. Those you use a lot of times when you talk about your daily routine. After getting up in the morning, I get my shower. Or before eating breakfast, I get dressed. So all those things will happen in terms of order, which some people prefer to do some things before others, and others the complete opposite. All right, tener por costumbre. If you have something by custom, or doing something with a lot of frequency, we'd say usually, right? I usually get up at 5 in the morning. I usually go to bed around 11. I usually eat breakfast after I get my shower. And then some days might be a little bit different, so maybe you don't do it that way, but usually you do. That's that verb, soler. Number 4, it's a preposition. Oh, well, that preposition that's left up here on this page that we didn't use yet is sin, right, for without. Oh, actually, my bad. It's según. Según, according to, right? So the shaded activities, según is the one that we didn't say yet. Right? That's a picture of the guy leaning over to the other guy, whispering to him, hey, man, according to the boss, you're going to get a promotion. Según el jefe, vas a recibir un ascenso. Una ascensia. All right. Now, the next one is, it's a part of your head that's got your eyes. Oh, that should be your face. Right? La cara. And finally, the opposite of after doing something is before doing something. Antes de plus the infinitive. That's it. You got the very first page done. Congratulations. And before you know it, you'll be using all these Spanish definitions in a vocab test coming to a theater near you.